Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It is Tuesday night, and we are back, ready to get into another one. We're going to be talking some more Poker Face. You already know Season 2, Episode 5. The ones we getting into it. We got the one, the only AK. How we doing? Only Poker Face in the building.
Oh, damn it. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, had the video playing, forgot to mute. My bad. Well, I'm here. I'm all right. I got a little bit of the sniffles going on, but yeah, let's talk about this episode.
Oh, gonna fight through that summer cold for the people. We're here for you. We do it through goodness, through shine,
Always.
through rain. We got it. We got it with the one, the only Phantom D Saint. How we doing tonight, brother?
I'm good because I didn't eat that damn cheese.
Gotta
Mm.
Oh
leave the
my
cheese
gosh, that
alone.
one announcer was eating the cheese all damn freaking
She
day.
started seeing colors, bro.
She
How do
started
you
not
how do
seeing
you eat
color.
like what? Right, started seeing colors, then not seeing colors. Ma'am, what is in the cheese whiz?
I'm telling you. Yeah, they got a whole different thing going on. And we about to get into all of it. Poker Face Season 2, Episode 5, The Hometown Hero. And just like the name of the episode, we open showing the final days of the local town hero. Seems like Russ was once the number one prospect to make it up to the big show, but unfortunately something got in his head and he lost that fastball. He's like, the team can no longer afford to keep this such a mediocre arm on the roster, so they have to let him go. And I mean, this guy was like straight batting practice. So I don't know. Did either one of you guys go to anybody who made the big leagues or made it to a pro, some kind of professional season in anywhere? Any sports or anything? Know
For
anybody that went pro?
sports, not personally. No, I know
Nah,
someone that graduated from a high school and she went on to play for Pennsylvania State for a while. I think they drafted her, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but that's about it.
Feel it. Yeah, that is. I mean, they show right here. I mean, not everybody makes it. That's why they have triple A, and double A, and single A. Like, not everybody can make it up to the bigs. But this team is in the worst slump of their existence, and something had to change. Even for the bartender was even making money betting on this losing streak. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Is it money or love when it comes to something you like? Like, would you rather make money or would you rather bet with your heart, fandom?
dang, the way how my bank account looking right now, the money.
Mm,
He said, I love you, but I got to bet the win. Oh, this, however, gave the
100%.
aging pitcher a great idea. It's like, why not bet on themselves to lose, which, of course, is completely illegal. And at first, the team dismissed it, but then, like, they started making sense. Like, okay, wait a minute, making that much money is just a little too enticing to turn it down. What's up? If you were on a team AK, could you throw it to make money if there was enough money involved?
If I was in the same position as this team was, and particularly the pitcher, yeah, he was literally about to be on the chopping block. And honestly, I'm surprised it even took him this long to do it. I will say though, the first guy, the guy with the longer hair, when he started talking as they're making this plan, I was like, okay, he's gonna be the one that we have to investigate how he died because he don't know how to shut the fuck up.
Exactly. 100%. What's up, fandom? If you had like a Game of Thrones or a con thing where you were on a show to be better than somebody else, more knowledge of it or whatever, would you be able to throw it for cash?
I would, but I'll do it by myself though, because the way how a lot of these people were, they were just like, come on now.
Can't trust
That
it.
that
Oh,
part.
the boys pony up all the cash they can to get all the cash they can get their hands on, and then bet on themselves to lose the next 5 games, 22-1 for a $2 million payday. And the plan seems to be working out. All while the house like announcer for like you were saying backstage is rapidly becoming addicted to the velvety canned cheese. And did you hear? She said, like, somebody come take this away from me, but know that I'm going to fight you.
But I will fight you, ma'am. Like, is the cheese that good? I don't know. I've had some really great tasting like fresh cheeses in my day. I'm not gonna have to fight anybody for any of those.
Oh, this woman was straight addicted to it. She said, please come
I
take it
think they
away.
put something in it. I think they put
Most
something in that
definitely.
cheese to make people like it so much. There's no way.
Oh. So the boys only have 1 game to go to cash in on their big payday, and with Russ on the mound, it's all but guaranteed. Problem is, Coach comes in at the last second and drops the bombshell that Russ will not be taking the mound today. It's like they brought in a new young gun with a cannon for an arm and to try to help turn things around, and this puts the whole plan into disarray. Like, all the money's in jeopardy at this point. The boys could lose it all, so drastic measures must be taken. What's up, AK? How far would you be willing to go if you had money like this on the line to secure the win?
That completely depends on all the circumstances in play. If it got down to this part, I don't believe it would have gone to murder. I think I would have been able to figure out something else to get that book back and to make him forget. I mean, kid said he's looking forward to drugs, so go for a double whammy. Do the exact same thing that y'all did, just obviously with something else, because he's gonna be looking at his shoe differently now. But yeah, just knock him out with the rest of the drugs. I'm sure y'all have some more, and then take the book back. And how's he gonna prove it? He didn't seem like he was smart enough to make copies anywhere, so he could talk all the hell he wanted to, as long as they were smart and didn't have anyone that was like at least 3 times removed from them picking up those winnings, someone that they paid that they could trust, but would not be able to be traced back to them. Then yeah, do that. Murder though,
yeah, that's a bit much. But
that's a bit much.
I almost thought that paper jam that Charlie had found out was him trying to make copies of that just so he did have a backup plan, but they never touched on that, so I don't think it was. But how about you, fandom? I mean, how far? Like, you gonna be able to maim somebody, knock them out? Could you go the distance to secure your part of $2 million?
What they should have done was simply just tell that kid, like, hey, this is our plan. You want in. Not just freaking drug the kid.
Yeah, but he tried to do that, and then the kid got greedy and said, no, I want all of it.
But this was like before it all happened, though. Before the game, when they realized that on his first throw, like instantly they could have been like, hey, this is our plan. Don't screw it up.
I don't know if that would have happened, though. I mean, if this is some young man coming up through the ranks, I mean, he's on his way to the bigs, and once he gets there, he's making millions of dollars already. So I don't know if
he has jeopardy. What would he have with them to make to go in on a deal like that? He doesn't know them. For all he knows, they could be setting something up and putting the blame on him, and that's why they're bringing him in. Yeah. And I don't know. I don't think he would have. I don't think he would have been a good fit.
No, it's all sus. I don't think that plan would have worked out at all for either one of those reasons. But yeah, that's crazy. It's like, man, you're 1 win away. You know, you got a couple $100,000 coming your way, and they bring in something like this to throw a kink in it. It's like, ooh, what are we gonna do to make him go away? That's a perplex. That show what it's about. But the boys are spinning, trying to figure out how to overcome this new hurdle. And if this kid pitches as well as they say he does, they can kiss their money goodbye. And for some, more than others, like after we hear like how they borrowed some of that money, it's like they borrowed it from some less than savory characters. It could be a problem. It's like
putting it lightly.
Oh, well, while the ballpark announcer's right arm was going numb in the booth, out on the mound, Felix and his right arm were in the zone. The LSD seems to have taken his game to the next level. It's like, can you imagine getting high and getting better at whatever it is you're doing?
Yes.
It's like, she said yes. She's like, let me just go.
Never experienced it.
I was going to say, I think both you and I can answer yes.
Make everything just a little bit better.
Allegedly.
Oh, the guys, of course, are starting to freak out, and the kid's starting to look like he may even pitch a no-hitter at this point. But not to fear. Lex has a plan and tells the next batter to bunt and don't stop running. And this actually works until the opposing team finally scores a run. And while the fans boo and hiss after yet another loss, the fellas can't wait to celebrate their newfound riches, now being the losingest team in this league's history. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, that would suck. Do you want to always just be known as the biggest losers in the game? I mean, how much money is worth it? Would you do it for a couple of years?
I'll still do it. Not only will I be rich, but also be known in history as the worst. But hey,
at least you're known.
I'd rather be known as the worst, be known as nothing.
Fair enough. That does keep you in the game.
But while celebrating, Russ checks with Goose to make sure he got rid of the spiked gum, and of course he had not. So Russ has to sneak back into the locker room and try to find the gum to dispose of it, but gets caught by none other than Felix himself, who has already figured out the entire ruse. And it wasn't hard because, like you were saying earlier, dipshit Carl used his book. The guy that you're going to do this to used his book to work out the math on one of his pages. Like, could this man be any more? I mean, how dumb is this fool?
I never understood that. Of all pieces of paper to write on in the entire place, you choose that book.
I mean, come on. I mean,
that does not belong to you, sir. And I understand. It seems like from the way they were playing his personality, it seemed like maybe there was some challenges upstairs there. But also, some people really are just that clueless. Like, you just picked up a random sheet of paper, sir, and started sketching. You know that wasn't yours. Why did you pick that up?
And the math was wrong because I really paused it just to see how he did it wrong.
No, old boy said the math was wrong. He's like, he even got the math wrong. I was like, no, you did. I mean, what? And had to put everybody's name in? Like, leave my name out your mouth. What are you doing?
Exactly. That right there. And see, again, this is why I said from the beginning, I thought he was going to be the one that got killed. Because why did you have to put their names down? All he should have seen was the numbers, and still stupid to put it down. But you're looking at it, you just see a bunch of numbers. You don't know what those things are for. You don't know who they would be for. It's not like he could read the dude's handwriting. Why would you do that?
Like you said, you need to have both eyes open from Jump Street. Like, once you saw that fool that stupid right out the gate, like, we're gonna go ahead and keep you out of it. Just tell him
you should neutralize that.
Not to do it. Yeah. Like, we're gonna not do it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna leave it alone. But speaking of dumb, what did that kid think was gonna happen when he tried to come and take all the money for himself at the last second? Like, I know if it was me, I would have negotiated that long. Like, oh, you think you're just gonna swoop in at the last second and take all of it? Yeah, here, I got it right here behind this locker. Come here. Like, are you kidding me? Just follow me out of it. You'd have been done already. How are you gonna come in talking smack like that? Like, it would have already been curtains for this kid. Like, I know you didn't think you were going to come take all my money. Like, what? I don't know. What do you do at that point, Phantom?
I mean, I don't blame the mouth on the kid. He was on LSD, so it's not truly him, I guess.
Well,
he was sober by that point.
Yeah, and coming down, I mean, he might have been a little high, but he knew what he's in. Like, he offered to give you half, and that wasn't good enough. No, you're going to take all of it? No, this isn't happening. Like, that kid didn't give two shits hearing that was the fella's entire life savings. He just said, give it all to me, or I'm going to the cops. No, son, you're going to the grave. Nighty night.
Look, Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes, okay? I've seen people put down in these stories for less.
Right? It's like, especially after not only saying you're taking all the money, but then going to talk shit on my name to my face on the way out and think you just walking away? No, sir.
Buddy.
Curtains. I couldn't believe the balls on this kid.
Kudos to homeboy. I'm going to call him Cousin Cody because I don't remember what his character name is, but way back in the day with TGIF Fridays, he was on that show. And he was the ridiculous cousin that lived in his van in the front lawn. And here now he's still ridiculous because you couldn't see that while you did a great staging job with that, y'all didn't have to do anything else. You should just shut the hell up. What he could have done was, he's on the way out anyway. Just say, I decided to fuck off from my last game, get that money, go to a country where you can't be extradited from and chill. You would have had enough money. You didn't need to talk to this kid at all. Because what's he going to do? Try to follow them around until they pick up the money? They could have left without touching him at all.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he could have just went straight to the cops, but he was never going to do that. He wanted the money. It was just
exactly.
The whole thing was ridiculous. I was like,
call his bluff.
How are you going to talk like smack to them? Like, you should know. And why not? I mean, you're bigger than this kid. Just go up and take the book away. No, it's his word against yours. Just take
That's
the
exactly
book.
What I was about to say.
But you don't know if he took a photo of it or something.
Oh. He said, well, then how are you going to believe him anyway? He said, send me the money and I'll send you the proof. Like, how could you ever believe him anyway?
Photoshop is a thing.
Yeah, that kid would just take the money and probably turn him in anyway. I'd just whip his ass, take my chances, and take the book.
That was exactly my thought. He has no reason at all to stay quiet.
Yeah, your word against mine. This kid's just making excuses because he was supposed to have a rocket for an arm and he came out and lost the game. Screw this guy. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, your word against mine. And I love how right after he took Felix out, like all of a sudden he was more excited about getting his fastball back than he was to the fact that he just killed some man. I was like, not to say the little shit didn't have it coming, but still, like, what a sociopath. You just killed somebody and all you can think about is this, I'm back. I was like, holy
Cold-blooded.
Oh, cold as ice. Then we finally get the Charlie sighting, and it looks like she's got herself a new job. And it was funny that she said that she wanted like a new job to be part of a community and be like part of something, yet she's the only employee in the building. I was kind of dying about that. Also, where did that ball come from that hit her through the window that knocked Charlie out? They made it seem like it was like coming from the wild pitching machine, but that was in its own room inside, not outside. So where'd that ball even come from?
Probably from one of the players.
Oh. Okay, but which one? Because if somebody has an arm like that and is just randomly out there throwing baseballs, I don't know. That one stuck in my head too, because why did that need to happen even for the scene to commence? It didn't have to happen, and then they never touched back on what it was. It was just weird to me too.
That was a weird one. But Charlie seems to be getting more friendly with her mystery CBer too. Like, how long until we get to figure out who this man is on the other line?
How many episodes is this season?
I think like 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if 12. We don't get a next episode, then either 7. It has to be probably midway.
Next show.
Or the penultimate.
How long do you think they're going to make us wait?
I'm going to say either the penultimate episode or the episode before it. So they have 2 episodes then to weave in things with him. I'm almost positive it's somebody that's going to be ended up trying to chase her, which is why they're tracking where she's going. And for some reason, she's not noticing how these questions are framed from episode to episode.
Maybe. That could be. I mean, I'm sure she's trying to be smart and not let everybody know where she's at still. But as far as she knows, nobody's after her anymore. So she's going to let her guard down at some point. But yeah, maybe that's what they do to try to catalyst into the season 3 and make it think. Do you guys know who that voice is, right?
No, you?
Yeah, it's Steve Buscemi.
I was going to say, it sounds very, very freaking familiar. It's been sounding familiar. And I didn't think about it until I actually watched the credits today, and his name is in the credits.
Yeah.
So I spent the whole episode looking for him. Like, yo, where the fuck? Hold on. I know they didn't just put my man's name up, and then she got back on the damn radio. I said, oh, okay. There it is. Well played.
Steve Buscemi. So yeah, I can't wait. He needs to make a scene because he talks about the actors. That's the cameo I need.
That's what I'm saying. You know he is in here with a long game plan, and he's gonna pop up when she least expected.
Yeah, I wonder if he's one of the co-producers. But Charlie seems to be getting more friendly with him, so yeah, he's got to be making a scene sometime soon, hopefully before the very end of it. Because yeah, we need all the Steve Buscemi we can get. Also, didn't realize. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that comes in soon. But so Charlie not suing the ball club for getting hit in the head ends up landing her a new job with a little more rewarding in her eyes job. Like she's now the new ball girl and even gets to wear a team uniform. And I don't know, AK, how's she looking in the new team uni?
It was forgettable.
It was ill-fitting.
Is what I'll say. What even was the damn uniform?
Just the shorts with the jersey with the hat. But yeah, I don't know. It just
I vaguely remember how it looked on her. I just it seemed like it was just something they had laying around. I mean, I've seen those uniforms up close and personal before, and they don't look like that. I don't know, for lack of a better word.
In my mind, it's like it should have been tailor-made for it. And if that was tailor-made, that was, I don't know, it was just weird. I mean,
tailor-made. Oh, you mean like just for the show? It was tailor-made
for her,
or her body cut. Okay,
yeah, they didn't do her any favors. We also see, I don't know why it just seemed weird to me. It's like, are they trying to make me laugh, or was this supposed to be like her looking? Yeah, because they
probably both.
Even said, "Ooh, you look great," or "You look good," or yeah, I don't know. We also see
Mhm.
Charlie was there watching Russ his last game and seemed to have a little bit of the hots for him. Like she wanted some of that hometown hero. Do you think they would have made a good couple, fam?
Hell no. No.
You don't think that's the one for her?
You
But it looked
don't
like she
think
was catching
so?
feelings, though.
For sure. She even said
It seemed
later
like
on.
he was interested too. Yeah. She did let that
Mm.
sideliner. She said, I kind of liked you too, so I was willing to ignore the red flags I was seeing.
And I mean, I know Russ was like down in the dumps a bit after that crushing last loss, but like once we saw later in the episode, Charlie was literally standing on her chair, like throwing herself at this man. Like that vibe of "Take me now, Mr. Pitcher Man." I was like, Russ just basically blew her off and went back to talk to the boys. Like, what was that about?
He was in his feels. I've just seen how some dudes are when it comes to their sports.
You are an athlete, sir. I mean, this is what it's. I couldn't believe it.
That don't mean nothing. Oh wait, what? Quick question: when did you guys notice Charlie in the episode?
Right then, when they showed it, I didn't see her before that.
She's in the very background when the first time they show them in the bar. It's for maybe like 3 or 4 seconds. You could see her red hair just sitting at the end of the bar.
Oh, wow. Nice.
No, really? That could be a new thing now. Us figuring out where she is.
Where's
Charlie? Yeah, where's Charlie?
Then we get the flashback where Charlie runs into the very high Felix in the locker room, and she decides to partake in his spiked with LSD gum. And the visuals for the next few scenes, I had to admit, were on point. Like they took this show to a whole nother level. I was here for it. I was like, I don't know. What'd you think about that kind of? What'd you think of that, Phantom?
I loved it. Tempted, but won't do it.
It made me think that this is probably my favorite episode of the entire season. It was like short, it was ridiculous, It was ludicrous, but I don't know. I still think this is probably my favorite episode of the entire season.
And then later I was like, I wonder what will happen to Charlie. I'm like, yep, of course it's gonna happen.
So Charlie went to Fantasyland for her own kind of spiritual awakening, and she now has been put in charge of saving the park from the park spiritual leader. She then gets woken up on the floor of the announcer's booth by a frantic Lucille. Felix's dead body has been discovered. And Lucille is afraid like a wrongful death suit will be the end of this team, but Charlie has vowed to not let that happen. She knows Felix was high, and so maybe it wasn't all Lucille's fault. So I don't know. I don't think it would have mattered if he was high in real life. Like it happened at your place, and they think it was your broke machine that did it. That's curtains.
No, knowing what I know from the bit that I have studied of law, no, she actually has a solid case there. Because wrongful death, yeah, but if he was high, they didn't make him do that. So that all the blame for that, if it showed up in his bloodstream, would be on him. That's a case they could beat easily.
So Charlie starts to investigate, and while probing around, she meets just moron extraordinaire Carl, who just instantly gives up the ghost. Like, this is a huge PSA. If you're going to commit a crime, make sure you're not committing it with the village idiot. I mean, I could not believe this guy.
Nobody needs a Carl on their team. At least not this kind of Carl.
I'm thinking I would have been planning Carl's demise as soon as I heard that moron was doing the math and writing names and getting everybody involved.
I'm saying.
I was like, what are you doing?
That's why I said from Jump Street, like, nah, bro, you kind of have to die. Like, I was wondering how I would feel once I saw his body, because I would totally understand why he's there. But it ended up not being him. I feel like it should have been him, though.
Oh, you just can't be that stupid. And if you are, you'll definitely be the one that gets us caught. So he would have met with an unfortunate accident right behind Felix if I was running this show.
Can you imagine if it was a cop and not Charlie that had questioned him?
Oh,
bruh.
Over. Unbelievable. Then again, a move making no sense. Benny gets a copy of the autopsy report, and Charlie instantly has to look at it. Like, by her own admission, she has no idea what she's even looking at. Like, again, who are you? Like, why would he give this report to her in the first place? Like, you're the ball girl. What? I don't know. That was weird. It just seemed a little more that plot convenience. And it was beyond ridiculous. Like right after saying that she had no idea what she was looking at, she notices that the ball that killed him was going over 100 miles an hour. Like, why would that stick out to her, fandom? What? I mean, she knows nothing about baseball and certainly even less about pitching machines. Like the fact that this.
No, I sworn the machine didn't the lady say like how the speed of the
How
machine,
old
like
it
that's how she
was.
knew. Yeah.
No, she said it was old. She didn't say anything about
Shit.
the speed. Like, why would the speed even stand out to Charlie?
No, because she said the lady said it wasn't consistent. Like sometimes it would just flat out break down, or it would like sputter through its use, and then sometimes it would put the balls out like back to back to back, but they wouldn't have any real heat on them because the machine was too old to get up to those speeds.
Well, she said it was wild. She never said anything about the speed
Or-
of it. She just said every once in a while it would throw some random off-kilter ones. But still, I don't know. The fact that the fact that the number is what stuck out to her.
But
I mean, it just seems super.
were they actually? Yeah, a question on that. Were they just flashing on the machine? Because that's weird if it was. But what made her even think about the speed? What was the catalyst to that? I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably the maybe didn't they explain how fast the guy's pitch was? So maybe that was like, wait a minute, how could this machine do it? And you can't
Maybe.
still?
Well, if
so that could have been one thing.
I would think the
How-
machine would be geared to do it. If humans are supposed to do it, you would need a machine to do it because it's supposed to replicate a real pitch.
It's supposed to replicate a reasonable pitch. Pitches that fast are phenomenons. Like it's not every pitcher. You can't. And even saying it's not every pitcher that could reach that is kind of I don't know. I guess I'm gonna wrap it up what it really means. It's even less than that. There's not a lot of people that can get up to over 100 miles an hour for a throw. So if it was calculating that, then I'm thinking the number had to be flashing on there for her to see what it actually was, to think about it.
No,
but
when
if
she
I
went in
remember
there
it
later, she had
correctly,
a radar gun. There was nothing flashing, or there was nothing showing it. She had a radar gun doing it.
if I remember correctly, those machines are set to cap themselves at a certain speed because it becomes dangerous for humans, for us.
What's up, Jake? He said I can do it.
Now, prove that. Prove that. Full video footage with somebody right on the speed counter as you're pitching.
Yeah, that was just
Before
weird.
it didn't happen.
But she knows nothing about baseball. Like, certainly even less about pitching machines. And the fact that like this is the info that gets her looking in the right direction was just ludicrous to me.
That's weird. Yeah, it's a little weird.
The leaps this show makes for plot convenience is just beyond belief sometimes, but it keeps
especially this season.
Oh man, yeah. She then asked Russ to come talk to her about there being like anyone on either team that can throw over 100, and he says no. And then she offers to buy him a drink after his win. Like, was she still trying to get her Mac on fandom, or like did she already realize that he was the killer and like setting him up to like finally lie to her?
Could have been a bit of both, but more of the Mackin.
You think? Yeah, the more because she did. I think she did even say a little bit later, like, "Oh, I was even like really hoping, like, because you didn't even play that game, or you didn't play any of those games. I didn't think you were part of it." So, I guess she didn't think so until that very last minute. But man, why even go talk to her? What an idiot! Then we get one of the saddest locker room pep talks from a coach I think I've ever heard. Like when he says, "Let's go out and win one for some good old fashioned monogamy," I felt. I was like, that poor man is not getting the answers he's looking for in that book that he's reading.
You know, and all those like, you know, the slapstick comedy of some cartoons where somebody does something random and you hear that record screech. I was multitasking while watching this episode again. And when I heard that, I was like, wait a second, hold on. Rewind. Yeah, he actually said monogamy. And only one person gave a half-hearted woo. And two claps on a situation. Like, why are you bringing that into this baseball arena, sir? Who hurt you? Do you need a hug, Billy? His name's not Billy, but he played Billy in Twilight. That's why I always remember him as.
I was dying. Then another beyond ridiculous scene comes next with Charlie telling Russ that she's figured it all out and somehow gets him to show her that he's got his fastball back. I mean, literally all he had to do was not throw a fastball, and he does it right in front of her for no real reason at all. Like, at least throw it at her if you're going to do it. Do us all a favor at this point. Like, what is going on? This was so ridiculous. I mean, the plot convenience is beyond. Like
It's
Loki needs to trim it and
think
pull it back.
I think they've been doing that a lot with her character this. I mean, well, even more so than they did last season, because we had the same formula basically, but they weren't this blatant with some of the reaches on how they do stuff. And also, cousin Cody, like, bro, you literally just had to chill. You didn't need to do anything. This was literally about to be your last game. What were you going out there to try to prove? How did she really get in your head that much? At the most, even if you would have, even if let's say none of this was happening, he got lucky. There was a scout in there, and somebody said, "Bring me that arm." After they saw him pitch that 100 something, then what? You maybe got another 2-3 years, maybe.
Oh, man, yeah. The writing on this show is just falling off a cliff. Like, just totally accuses Russ of murder, and then tells him there's a scout in the stands for like the bigs, like you're saying. Like, my guy.
I would not even believe that. I would have been like, is that really a scout or is that the police?
Bro, where were your spidey senses, my guy? Where is your self-preservation? You really missed that glaring red flag. You should look. None of his pitches that whole game should have even made it to over the home plate in batting range. Just keep rubbing my shoulder. I don't know what happened. I think his loss is finally gone. I got no juice.
Yeah. You just told her you're about to prove to the entire stadium that you got nothing left in the tank, but now you're gonna instantly like bite when she tells you there's a scout watching. Like, I didn't realize until now he is every bit as dumb as Carl is. Like, So Russ takes the field and happens to spy a man in the stands with a radar gun, and he thinks to himself, "Hey, maybe Charlie wasn't lying." And again, this is just too dumb to stand at this point. And I mean, how cringe was that? Like, right after that, when Charlie like supposedly stands up and gets the whole crowd chanting "Rocket!" I'm like, come on, man. It was getting so predictably lame. It was almost funny at this point. But amazing to no one, Charlie's lame-ass plan works flawlessly, and this one pitch like that reached over 100 miles, I guess, is enough to prove murder. And like the cop said, looks like the ball girl was right. Like, I don't know. How are you feeling about this at this point, fandom?
Tragic.
And I'm almost like, it was so bad, it was kind of great at this point. I'm like, what is happening with this shit? I also loved how they think like he's the murderer, but they're just going to go ahead and let him finish the game. Just go ahead and keep pitching. It's okay. You guys just cover the exit so he doesn't leave. I was literally like, what is happening with this show?
Also, how they're very squarely putting the whole focus on him. There's like 5 other dudes y'all should be there to arrest. Because he's the one that threw the ball, so it killed the dude. He's the one that committed murder, but that murder only happened because of this forward issue, which y'all should also have been investigating in the whole thing. At least they said they listened to Ball Girl and she was right. I'm assuming she told them that part of the story too. I don't understand why it showed that only he was going to be facing consequences.
Oh, that was absolutely unbelievable. What'd you think? I mean, how'd you feel about that ending, Phantom?
Yeah, I've seen better endings.
Oh man, I think it's like
it's weird how they just again like I said, like they allowed him to like continue to play the game. Like, wouldn't you like, I don't know, arrest the guy?
Murder. He's up for murder at this point in their
exactly.
Eyes. So we're just gonna let you finish pitching because no big deal. We're all good. I don't know. That's why I was like, I think the writers were taking acid on this one. Like,
I mean, that's possible. I mean, also, this group of guys that they put together here, bro, none of y'all can handle having any type of substantial bank accounts numbers, because what's the first thing y'all do? My boy, you came to the damn game wearing freshly pressed and shined fronts. What, you didn't think somebody was gonna notice that? Homeboy thinks he's pimp number 1 of the year. Walking in with, didn't he have like a fucking mink coat or some bullshit on walking in there? Y'all are in bumsfuck small minor tiny league baseball town, and this is the bullshit. You think people aren't going to notice that? I mean, honestly, even without the murder, they would have gotten caught anyway because they don't know how to hide shit.
Have the new Ray-Ban.
Idiots that they are. They kind of piss me off.
This whole thing was, like I said, it was so bad. It was fun again by the end of it to me. I was just dying. I was like, I think the writers are high. I think they're absolutely on acid. Unbelievable. Like I said, it might be my favorite episode of the entire season because it was just like, what the hell is happening right now? Oh, can't wait to see where they take it from here into the next one because, yeah, I'm on one at this point. But as usual, we've got a couple trivia questions to see what we remember about this. If you know these, know the answers to these, put them in the chat box. If you're watching later, put them in the comment section down below. And yeah, this is like, again, one of these episodes that was so ridiculous and nothing really happening that I ended up making 8,000 questions.
I know nothing.
Oh, so let's just fly
It's
through
been so long I watched this episode. If I can remember.
I know.
Right, watch us fail. Watch us fail in 4K.
There might be a bunch of unanswered questions that people can just watch later and find out. A little cheesy. It's getting a whole velvety can of cheese. Cheesy. It is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he said almost there. Oh, what was the name of the home team stadium park?
Yeah, I totally don't remember.
Funny.
Wait, damn it. Who was the mascot? The picture is in my brain.
Sounds Shade Stadium.
Yeah.
That could be Shade Stadium. That's funny. What was the team name?
Yeah.
What was the team name?
Did it start with a W?
No.
Well,
Jake said I have notes.
Jake said I have moats.
Home in 2 minutes and I have notes.
What was their team name? It had something to do with the damn cheese. I forget. I may think of it in the next couple of minutes.
I know the cheese. Isn't it Velveety canned cheese? Well, than that. Yeah.
It's velvety canned cheese. No, but it has a name. That's just velvety is just how it's described. Is it like cheddar mongers, cheesemongers, something?
Oh, AK, if I gave you another guess, what would you say the name of the home team park stadium was?
The name of the whole team park? Something Wahlburger. I don't know.
I just asked you because you basically just said it.
Yeah. I know. I remember that she made a Mark and Mark reference, which is Mark Wahlberg.
No, that's
and
not.
I remember her.
The thing
oh wait, no, you're right. Yeah, it was somebody else I heard that from. Sorry.
Oh,
it's something that made me remember Wahlburgers. I don't know why.
What was Russ's nickname? Oh yeah, we're gonna fly through these.
Yeah, got nothing.
I thought that would be nothing.
What is Jake answering cheesy to? What question?
I don't know. Maybe something. What one of the names was. Oh well, if we don't know his nickname, we're definitely not going to know what number he was. How fast?
Yeah, definitely didn't pay attention to his number.
Wait, was it Rambo?
No.
No.
No. You said how fast did he throw? Was it like 110?
What's that?
It's in the one. You're about to ask like how fast he threw.
How fast was his first pitch?
The very first pitch of the episode?
Yeah, the one was the first.
86?
Incorrect.
Or it's somewhere in between 85 and 90. Or was it 98?
I think it was in the 80s.
Yeah, I think it was in the 80s too. So it somewhere in the range of 82 to 89.
Anybody knows that? Put that in the chat box or in the comment section down below. How fast was the first pitch? And for extra credit, how
84, fast 82, 80, 81, 82, 83.
I'm going to ask all of them.
I know it's in that range. I need to know.
For extra credit, how fast was the second pitch?
I think his second pitch was less.
How many losses did Carl say this was after the game?
5. Oh, wait. Where in the episode are you asking this from? The beginning or the middle?
Right after we saw him lose that game, then right when the episode started, Carl came in and said, "This is how many losses?"
Yep, don't remember.
How much did the bartender say he had won betting on the team losing back-to-back games?
Like 10 grand, maybe.
Wait, it was 29 straight losses.
Yeah, there he is.
There it is.
One. We got one.
Finally on the board.
I thought Russ's nickname was like the give me of all of them. That's funny. How much?
Was it like Rocket Arm or something like that?
Nope. You were there though. Charlie
Rocket?
got everybody. Hey, there it is. Charlie had the whole stadium
Okay.
chanting of it. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, Rocket Russ. Oh, there it is. How much did the cheesemonger? Oh yeah, you guys will never get this. We're gonna blow through these. Anybody knows these?
Yeah.
Jake said he took notes. If you got this, put it in the comment section down below. How much did the cheesemongers lose to the honeys by? And then how much did Lou say he could get for his camper?
For his camper? Didn't he say something like $20 or $30 or something? I feel like it wasn't a number that was like really feasible.
How much did Lou say he could get for his camper? Anybody knows that one? Put in the comment section down below. What was Lou's career batting average? I'm not going to get that one either. That's definitely a tough one.
Yep, definitely not going to get that.
Working.
15,000. 15,000 for which question is that?
Goodness. What do you say? We'd I'd give you that. Close enough. It was for the camper. He said he could get 15 to 20 grand for his camper.
Okay.
What book? What book was the coach reading in the dugout?
The monogamy, whatever book.
It has to do with that, yeah.
Oh dear. What?
It was so good. I was dying.
The random background things hit so well most of the time.
Let's win one for good old fashioned monogamy. I was dying. Oh.
Like, I wonder if that's a self-help book that his therapist is making him read.
Oh, it was.
What therapist would actually have someone read that?
I don't know.
Right,
I'm just
Jake's close enough. We're gonna give it to him again.
Living in an open marriage.
So you find yourself in an open marriage. That was the name of the book. So you find yourself in an open marriage.
Okay. Oh, okay. That explains a lot. Okay. So that's who hurt you, sir. Okay. All right, Billy. I got you.
Old fashioned.
I see you, Chief. I see you.
Oh, I was crying. It's so good. Oh, who wrote that book? What's up, Jake? Did you get that one? Who wrote the book? Extra credit if you got that one down. Who?
Do we have to go back to writing down the songs and book titles now? Is this where we're going again?
Like I said, there was nothing in this episode, so it just came up with a million questions. Oh, who interviewed Russ right before his last game? You know that one? Put it in the comment section down below. What were the call letters of the news station interviewing Russ? Also, what time was that interview? And how warm was it that day? Just bink, bink, bink.
Yeah, I don't remember.
He said I can't find my notes. I just knew that one off the hip. Feel it? That's two pretty sick calls if you don't have your notes. If you notice that book, that's pretty great. Oh, who did Lou say that he borrowed money from?
The kneecap homie.
Oh, we're gonna give it to her. That is close enough.
Yeah, I don't remember his full name, but I remember they called him the kneecap something.
Oh, let's give it up to Shady the Kneecapper McGee.
If that ain't a fucking name right there.
I'm dying. He said, I borrowed money from Shady the Kneecapper McGee. We can't lose.
Bruh.
I was dying.
Like I feel like he I feel like he moved into town after leaving Jersey. With the name like that.
The name of the team is the Montgomery Cheesemongers. Well done, Jake. Good callback.
I knew it was something with freaking mongers.
What was the name of the stadium, Jake? AK said it and then didn't come back to it.
Yeah, look.
The
edibles have kicked in, so yeah, there's not a lot of memory going on right now.
How much did Lou say that he borrowed from the kneecapper? Put that one in the comment section down below.
Wasn't it like 50 grand?
It was
or something. Blast.
What was the brand name of the gum that Felix chewed?
Oh, wasn't it Hubba Bubba?
It was a clever baseball pun. That was in it. Yes, Velvety Can Cheese Park.
Velvety Can Cheese Park. Oh, yeah, because I could remember it has something to do with cheese, just not what cheese.
You kept saying Velvety Can Cheese. I was like, kept saying Velvety Can Cheese. I was like, that's the name of the state. And then I'd go back and ask you right away.
Missed it.
That was awesome. Oh, what was the cotton candy seller's name?
Oh, yeah, definitely don't remember that.
The one they got the LSD from. What nickname did Russ have for lacing Felix's gum?
What nickname did he have for the gum?
Rambo?
He said, you what him? He said, you this him? He's like, what?
Wasn't that a name?
Uh-huh.
Like something that happened to another person?
Yep, it was.
I want to say like he Vinny Q'd him or something, but it's not that, but it sounds like that. Yeah, it sounds like that.
And who did that said player play for? And super deep dive, what year? Bada boom, that's on all the way down.
No, yeah, that's a Nabra on all those points.
What color could the color commentator no longer see?
All of them?
I feel like it started with green, but then it was like, yeah, I can't see anything in color now. I have put down the cheese as of my last statement, but if there's any doctors that would like to come and hang out and maybe check up on my health, I would appreciate it.
So good. You're right.
Stop eating canned cheese.
AK nailed it. It was green. Could no longer see the color green. How much money did the guys win with their bet?
$3 million. Probably less once taxes came out, but that was what the bet was supposed to be.
I'm going to give that to you too. Close enough. $3,136,018. $3 million, close enough. We're giving it to AK again. How fast was the pitch that killed Felix?
110 or 112? It wasn't over 115. I know
102.
Yeah, it was over 100, but not over 115.
How fast was the pitch that killed Felix?
108.
It's a lot of numbers. Everybody knows that one. Put it in the comment section down below. What show did Charlie binge that made her look for this new job?
Oh, what wasn't a fucking crime show? Or was it a reality show?
Lemon Lime. Then Lemon Lime is not the answer.
Lemon Lime what?
I don't know. Look at Jake trying to nail it.
Mm-hmm. So what if 101 is correct, then I will again still stand by my first statement. I remembered it was between 100 and 115.
That's so funny. That's a lot. That's a pretty big span. I can't believe you nailed the how much they won. He knew I was going to ask that. That's hilarious. Good call on that number, Jake. That's hilarious. 101 is 100% correct too. Yep, that's how fast it was. I have no idea why.
Yeah, I run into that problem a lot of times when I'm taking notes too. That's why when he asks these questions, I'm like, wait, hold on. I know I have it. I just need to find it.
Oh, that's so hilarious. That is so funny. Oh, what's up? Anybody remember what show did Charlie binge that made her look for this new job? I mean, you could almost just take a random guess and be right on this one.
True Blood.
The Office.
Hey,
Dog.
was that a pretty good clue?
That was a good guess.
Well done. Well done.
Absolutely correct. She binged The Office, and it made her want to be a part of something like that.
I still have to watch it.
That's
I've seen so
awesome.
many good clips from that show, and yet I've yet watched it.
The Office is funny. I will say though, I prefer the original, which is on. It was actually a British show before it came over here, and that one was hilarious.
Hold on one sec. I got and last but not least, Phantom's answered it 15 times already, so you knew it was going to be the answer to something. What was the name of the old pitching machine?
Rambo.
Rambo.
We bringing it.
I was like, what did I write this for?
He said, "I knew this was going to be the answer
Uh-huh.
to something.
Yep.
Answer every other question with it. I'm going to be right sooner or later."
There's always those moments where you have all the notes, you have the information, but then you forget to put what the reference is for that answer. So you're looking like, okay, you're here, but why are you here?
Oh, that's so good. Well, like numbers like
I
Jake
know that pain.
Jake putting down 3,136. I mean, that's like, okay, he knew that would. I'll know what that is when he asks it. So yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Oh, so where you at with the show right now, Phantom? This was a crazy one.
For this episode, I give it a 6. It was okay.
Really?
And it kind of like it was like straight like to the point where she pretty much like knew what the hell was up.
Yeah, it didn't take her too much other than Russ outing himself.
Yeah.
Just everybody giving up the ghost.
And it was just too much stupidity. I'm just like, come on now. It's obvious what's going on with people.
The plot convenience.
I mean, even with what Russ was saying, though, they still he at least had a very good shot of still getting out of that. Because Russ wasn't saying anything specific about the murder. And what he said was enough to say, okay, I get it. I understand the situation now. And also, if there were any secret Girl Scouts in the stands, I think him being hemmed up right now is not a problem, because if he does get signed, he's automatically going to have enough lawyers to make this go away. So I guess fingers crossed for him that maybe there was a secret scout out there.
Kinds of stuff. Like if you have the skill, I can't believe I had that muted. But yeah, that happens all the time. Absolutely. Like when you got a skill like that, just all kinds of doors can open for you, and things can go away just right off the rip. So we're gonna try to get back into it and get into episode 6 on Thursday and be back at it, and just keep it moving from here. It looks like the boys, they did a thing for the boys, but I don't think it's they're just gonna start filming it in November, and it's gonna come out next year or something. I was like, oh man, I was hoping it was coming.
I believe so.
The boys, but then Beef.
Gen V.
Gen V.
I don't know what they're going to do with that one. They need to bring season 2 of that back, because that was epic.
They did a trailer to it.
I think, I was going to say, I thought I saw it. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm pretty sure a teaser trailer's out already.
Oh, can't wait. That'll be the shit. I'm here for it. I need some more Gen V in my life. That was.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What's Labyrinth? What do you mean?
Labyrinth. That's the book Charlie was reading earlier.
Yeah. No, there it is. And I said we're going to end the stream with some random noise in the background.
Yeah, we ended it on that.
We're going to go.
Focus on that. We'll talk to you guys later. Everybody have a good one. When PokerFace come out, we'll see you on the next one. Peace, everybody.
Latest.
I was right.
Yep, you knew it.